All right, what a peace. Just want to come back with a quick video. I'm probably gonna put this in the real history series. Actually, this came to my mind the other day. I've kind of been meaning to do it. Like, actually, this was a conversation, uh, that I had. Well, you just haven't. Yeah, I had because the other week with somebody, but because I'm from Philly. I live in Philly, and Philly has to be for our people. Philly has to be the most probably the capital for our people, for like Jakes, for for our nation that practice Islam. Out of the whole, I mean, out of the whole, I'll say in Babylon in America, is Philly kind of is not really. I ain't gonna say it's not close, but Philly's really the capital of of our people practicing and Muslims. It should. Yeah, I always say this all the time, man. If I what you call 'em, I'd be a millionaire. So how many times I get the Assalamu alaikum or get mistaken for Muslim? Because first my name is Omar, then actually I'll tell you my middle name is Sharif. So but I don't tell people a lot of people my middle name. But I was named after what you call him well one of the reasons I was named the actor Omar Sharif back in the day that did Lawrence of Arabia. Yeah, that's how I got my middle name, and but still, that's kind of what I was named after a little bit, not to because there's more to that. But anyway, I won't get too much off course. But um, yeah. So then I have Philly. Then of course, it just happens all the time. But yeah, I was having the conversation, with somebody about Philly being the most the capital for our people that practice Islam that are Muslim. But I want to get into that because that was all the kind of the real history. I'm not going all to this. I'm just gonna get kind of be straightforward to the point. I'm not going to go too too in depth on it. But yeah, because Muslim Islam that was forced on our people, by Muhammad. But this was all kind of prophecy too. So I'm going to read this. This is from Babylon to Timbuktu, because yes, this was forced by Rudolph R. Wizendorf, man. I ain't touched this book in a minute, but I meant to do this video. So I ain't about almost a year or two, but I ain't really. I got probably start rereading it because I've been caught up with other things, other books, and just other things and other things. But yeah, I'm just gonna start on this about Muhammad. But this is all prophecy too, as I'm gonna get into. It says, uh, yeah, yep. I'll start. Yeah, I ain't gonna read the whole thing. I'm gonna start right here. When Muhammad was born, many Arabs were still worshiping the sun, stars, and spirits and idols. The Arabs possessed 360 idols. Oh my gosh, one day for each day of the year. Oh my gosh, talking about idolatry. Shit. Muhammad was born 575. Yeah, exactly. I'm just kidding. Muhammad was born 570, 4 years after 570, 4 years after the death of of Emperor Justinian. So yeah, this is too. Also, how can he be the Messiah? How can he be the the anointed one? How can he be the Mashiach if he came after? But anyway, that's besides the point. He was descended from the tribe of Koresh, the family of Hashim. His mentality was prodigious. Prodigious. I don't know how to say that, but prodigious in his youth. He was never taught to read or write. Yeah, because he couldn't read or write. So, because Quran really means recitation. Recitation was a fake remix version. Terrible remix version of the scriptures, pretty much. He was never taught to read or write, and his imagination was superlative. Muhammad was an extraordinarily handsome man, and eloquent and motivated with men with power or words. In the early years of Muhammad's life, he passed his time as a shepherd boy. We must remember that many successful men have arisen from insignificant, humble conditions. Yeah, because like King David, he was a shepherd boy. Actually, in Sirach 11:5, it says many kings that you never thought wore the crown, pretty much. So yeah. but not saying this is really about Muhammad, but it's kind of this kind of broaching on that point. But anyway, it have arisen from insignificant and humble conditions, watching the sun by day and the stars by night, and left opportunity for Muhammad to contemplate in solitude and reflect on the events that profundities of this world. After Muhammad became a camel driver, he traveled to remote and intriguing lands. He led his caravans to Persia and in Syria and Egypt, and transacting business with merchants of every kind. On his business trip, he met Jews, Christians, and members of other sects. Yeah, exactly. So, and he integrated with them them concerning the tenets of their religion. He frequently environed and he frequented the environment. I'm sorry, of the Jews and their rabbis, mostly because they were merchants in omnipresent ethnic groups. Because he could not read or write, his ears were attentive and keen in everything that the Jews related to him. And Muhammad learned and extracted much from the Jewish religion, and he compounded it with his new religion, Islam. So yeah, I'm gonna read that again. Muhammad learned and extracted much from the Jewish religion, and it compacted with his new religion, Islam. So yeah, man. So that's really what happened. What where's it? Oh gosh, where's it at? I think I wish I could find it, but yeah, man, this is all prophecy, though, man. This is how Islam started, because this is all kind of prophetic in a way. Yeah, so let's go to Deuteronomy. This is how I always think about this scripture when I think Islam, because this is really in Muhammad. This is really how it started, because this is what the Most High told us, that we be light, wise of the other nations, light to the other nations, wise and understanding. Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 6. Hold on. Hold on. Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 6. It says, and keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, and which shall hear these statutes and say, surely this is nation is a wise and understanding people. So yeah, man, that's what Muhammad saw. This is the wise and understanding people. Okay, let me copy their customs and make my own thing of this. So that's what it is, man. Because the law, statute, commandments puts us above all people. Like that's what makes us the wise, and of the other nations. That's why shoot, even unto this day. I mean, even though we're in the state that we're in, but still with salt of the earth. But still, this is really when this. I mean, let me read this again. It says, "Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding these statutes, and surely this nation is a wise and understanding people." So yeah, man. So that's really this is how Islam got started. So because Muhammad saw this, he saw it and he liked it. So he said, so he started his own thing. So that's where you think Quran means recitation. What the beards, where we think he got the beard from, not eating pork. That's why sometimes I tell Muslim brothers. I actually talked to some Muslim brothers about this, because there's a lot here, especially it's the capital in Philly. It's just got to be the capital. Like the beards, the not eating pork. Well, it does say in the Quran, unless you're ready to die, and you can't eat pork, but that's not in the scriptures. No, like read the Maccabees, and you're not allowed to eat pork no time. So, but also the multiple wives, you name it, it's kind of the Ramadan is pretty much the knockoff version of the day, their knockoff version of the Day of Atonement or whatever. It's all comes from the scripture. Even in the Surah, even in the Quran, it says we are the children of Israel. And the Most High chose us over all the nation. Anyway, my bad, y'all. But yeah, so that's pretty much how it is. And so later on, I'm trying to find it in here, but it was pretty forced. This was forced. Muhammad really came to the Jews, said, "Listen, you're gonna accept Islam or you die." So we chose to die at this point. But then that's how pretty much Islam got forced on people. He said, "Listen, you're gonna do this or you die." So that was prophecy as well. Because let's go to Genesis 16 right quick. Yeah, this is pretty much. Hold on. Nothing I want to use. It's Genesis chapter 16, verse 12. And it says, and he just talking about Ishmael. I'll start at verse 11. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with a child, thou shalt bear a son, and thou shalt call his name Ishmael, because the Lord hath heard thy affliction, and he will be a wild man, and his hand against every man, and every man's hand will be against him, and he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. So yeah, man. Because I heard, a lot of people, a lot of brothers say that Muhammad probably was an Edomite, but from there it's like he was an Arab, but I don't know, but this is all prophecy. The start is he should be a wild man. Why was he a wild man? Because he forced that on our people. Like he forced that. He says, listen, you gonna accept this or you die. And many of us chose to be martyred, like through our history, but yeah, so that's how Islam got started, and that's because he saw that, he saw our customs and he liked it, like just like Deuteronomy 4:6 says, even Isaiah, I'll get Isaiah 49:6 says, uh, um, but yeah, that's the start of Islam pretty much. Yeah, so actually let's grab yeah, I'll grab it real quick. Isaiah 49:6 it says, and and he said, it is a light thing that chose my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob and restore the preserved of Israel. I will give thee a light for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the ends of the earth. So yeah, that's the line up with Deuteronomy 4:6. Light to the Gentiles. That's why we're supposed to keep these laws. A reason why we're supposed to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. So that if we could be a light to the other nations to see that and try to say, okay, damn, these are a wise and understanding people. So so that's really all. Yeah, but that's how Islam got started, pretty much in the kind of shortest form. I pretty much sure you could do your own research, and and I'm pretty sure on YouTube or online there's brothers, and scholars that did more extensive research on this, did a little more with bigger yeah, more extensive research on it, but hopefully it's edifying. So hopefully the Most High and Yahshua blessing y'all. Hopefully this was edifying. So peace.